Hello and welcome. On our property, we end up with a decent amount of yard waste to burn. We've always done the burning in the same place. Mostly the same place. Sometimes after a long period without burning, everything gets overgrown, and the next time you start a fire it ends up being in a slightly different spot. Over the years, this fire pit area has grown into a big chunk of land that can't really be used for anything. You can't mow it, and it's just an overgrown mess of weeds and half-burnt debris. We needed a more defined fire pit, something with bricks. It'll have to be pretty large for our needs though, and it would also be nice to have some seating around it, to spend some time with the family sitting around the fire. I decided to make a circular fire pit. You could make a square fire pit as well. For a circular fire pit, I purchased trapezoid-shaped bricks because they will have fewer gaps than a square brick would. I settled on this exact spot because there was a nice flat area around it for seating. And with the fire pit in this spot, I can continue to clean up the rest of the weeds and old half-burnt wood that surrounds the new fire pit. I started by sharpening a stake, then cut a length of string to half my fire pit's desired width. I decided 6 feet across for the inner circle should be right for the fire pit. So I made my string 39 inches because my bricks were 3 inches wide. The total width of the fire pit, bricks included, will be 6 feet 6 inches. I attached a piece of scrap wood that has one end at a 45-degree angle, so it was somewhat sharp and I could use it to score the ground where I planned to dig. I needed to dig down a bit to reach the point where the dirt would be level. And I wanted to go down a little more so the first row of bricks would be partially below ground level. The string and stake method will work for most any size fire pit you want to make. Just take your chosen width divided by 2, plus the width of one of your bricks. Now that I have a level area, I added some sand. I don't need to use sand for the entire fire pit since it's so large. I really only needed to level the area where the bricks will sit. After pouring the sand around the outer ring, I leveled it with a rake and started laying out my bricks. The first bricks I put a level on it so I could start off as close to level as possible. As I added more bricks, I continued to check level and add sand where I needed to raise a brick up or remove sand to lower one. If you have a rubber mallet, that'll help with leveling your bricks on the first row. After that, as long as you have everything level, the rest should just stack up. Make sure to stagger the seams on your rows so that the structure will hold. I only have a 4-foot level, so spanning the pit to check level was not going to work. Unless I wanted to find the most level 2x4 I could and check with that. But I was pretty sure I could get it level enough without doing all that. I continued all the way around till the first level was complete, and then did that 3 more times. With all that piled up, part 1 of this job is done. We have a defined place to burn and a place to sit around and roast marshmallows. I also added a simple wood stacking setup. It's made from 2 cinder blocks and 4 lengths of 2x4. It works really well and it's easy to move if you need to. The next step will be to continue cleaning the debris from the old fire pit remnants. Once the area is clear, then I can look into other ideas for this outdoor space. Maybe adding some sort of patio area or decking for seating, and some outdoor furniture for gatherings, cookouts, and some backyard camping. If you want to, an additional step would be to use construction adhesive to glue the bricks together. I chose not to do this because it may be that we find a better place for the fire pit later, and we'd like to be able to move it. Once we have the other ideas for the area all decided and built, then I'll probably go back and glue it all together in its permanent home. Thanks for watching. Please click the like button if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you want to see more of what we have going on here at the farm.